In Tadasana, mountain pose. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears, very gently glide them down. Hand prayer. Good morning, Ellen. We are just starting. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. And you're taking this forward fold to notice what you feel in your spine, in your at the backs of your legs, maybe even at your neck, which is an extension of your spine. Don't forget that. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Let your hands reach towards the floor. Let the crown of your head also reach towards the floor. Nod your chin a few times. Hands to your hips, lengthen your spine. Inhale, stand tall. Get your strap. I said it. I said it at the beginning of class. All the props. There's high energy in here. That's good. So you'll take your strap overhead. Letting one arm come down, one arm come up. Other side. And again, you're not forcing anything, you're just kind of noticing what you're feeling in your shoulders. And then back to the front. You can decide how far you want to take your strap back. This may be your stopping point. You may be able to go a little bit farther back. Again, don't force things unless you just can move easily at this stage of your day. Some of you may have already been up for like 5 hours. I have not.
I woke up, but then I took another nap.
I've been known to do that. Now, as you bring your right arm up, left arm back, let your left arm bend. You can hold a little bit lower onto your strap. And this is a little flossing. Again, it's going to depend on this left shoulder, this humeral head. The front of your shoulder is going to shift forward. So this flossing up and down may feel better if it's nice and small. You may have a little more availability in the root. Then straighten both arms up overhead, other side. And it's this action, one elbow bends, the other one is straight, and opposite. Then reaching your arms back up, we'll put the straps down. So we're getting a little more mobility in our shoulders, but you're gonna get even more once we get started. All right, everyone has a pair of white TV balls. Okay, they are going to come out of their tote. And you're gonna go ahead and come down your mat. I'll stay standing for a moment to show you where they're going to go. You're gonna place them right and left. If you think about this bony process of your spine, think about that little big part of your low back. The easiest way to get there is to roll down first. So go ahead, find yourself in a reclined position, prop your hips up, and prop those balls just beneath those little bony processes and sink. Everybody find a spot that you're just going to be still in. And I'm actually going to have you sit up for a second. So once you found the spot, go ahead and come up to a seated position. Take the balls away. Just roll yourself up, roll over to your side, roll up, however it is you want to get up. Because I do want to do a check. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. So I want you to think about double pigeon. Bring one leg over the other. And again, not forcing. Just go to where you can. If you even want to try it here, you can try it here. Just notice what you're feeling in your glute. Notice how much rotation you have, whether you were seated upright or leaning back. And you can see in the mirror, notice how much space you have between your knee and your foot. And then switch, other side. All right, then we're going back. We're starting over. Balls. Prop yourself up. Plunk them in. And then you're going to take a little shimmy, side to side movement, rocking your hips side to side like you're doing the twist. The balls are going to migrate, moving out towards the sides. You can let them go as far as you are comfortable and then prop them back in. You can go to that same spot in which you started, or you can play around and move them. But we're going to continue with this same action of shimmying side to side. Bring them back in. So, like I said, you can go back to where you started, or when you prop them back in, maybe you want to start out a little bit lower and continue to go lower, working your way through this little valley in your glute, a little valley of piriformis. What? You crude over there, Alice. It's okay, it happens when we're in the fall class. There's so many jokes to be made, and they've all been made.
But we still laugh.
And we do, we still giggle like teenagers, like boys. You're really rolling, moving, and you know, they're spherical, they're going to move outward. Just tuck them back in. And call me over if you have any questions. It really hurts. So if it's really painful, move around the pain. Don't force yourself into a hot spot. Or you have some blankets. Put a blanket underneath you to soften the floor. And that's the really good balls. But if you put the blanket underneath you and then put the balls in, then it's like doing it on like carpeting versus doing it on hardwood. So don't forget that, everyone. Use your blankets to soften the space beneath you. Yes. So don't forget that you have lots of space in which to work. So we started here, and then we're shimmy, 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 shimmy. So they're going to move all the way up here. So we're going to get lots of spaces. Don't worry. Yes. What if we feel a spot where you send the shoes? So you got any birdie. Move around it. Yeah, move around it, and then you may be able to come back to it. Move all the way down to your feet. So Tracy was asking about a little referred sensations. Sometimes you will get a little nervy, almost kind of shooting feeling. If it is uncomfortable, you have to discomfort, move away from it, work around it. You may be able to get back in there a little bit later, but let's work away from the moving parts if that happens. And it does every now and then. Everybody find a spot? So keep making the adjustments when they've moved out to the side enough, bring them back up. If you've worked through the length of your gluteals, come back up to that bony process that we started. We started right beneath those little bones right here. You can come back up, bring them a little bit higher, and work the balls in a circular fashion around that PSIS. That's the bony process. And when you're working around, you may find that you're just doing a little hip circle rather than the shimmy side to side. All right, let's take another 30 seconds in this area. Go ahead and hit any other spots you may need here. We're going to continue to work the glutes, but we're going to change it up a bit. All right, so when you're ready, you're going to retote. This is a tote. A retote. Retote. Toggle. They're back in their little pockets here. All right, so we were working. Now we're going to place the balls in a vertical fashion, and you're going to roll out. Actually, let's do this. And don't forget, you can do this against the wall. It may be a lot to be on the ball with your weight on one side. We're going to start out almost on your side. Use your hand for support. Use your block for support. And if it is a lot of pressure here, which it will be for most of us, for a lot of us, use your blanket. And you're going to start to move your hip outward, bringing those balls from their lateral starting position toward the midline of your body. They're in this vertical position and you're cross fibering the muscles of your glutes. If you think of the muscles of your glutes in a parallel vertical position, we're crossing the fibers. Don't forget to breathe. And again, come to the wall. This is a great place to get in there. You have a little more control if you find that it's just a little too intense on the floor, because it really can be. And you don't want to feel like you're inducing trauma to your musculature. You want it to be, come to this mirror. Come to the mirror. You can't get over there with ballet bar.
I had it on the big.
You did? Okay. Then you're just the perfect height over there. But you want a little more freedom. So please feel free. I'll move my mat too if we need more space. All right, everybody find a spot. And if you know that you need a little more lateral work, like if you happen to know that you have really tight IT bands, coming to the wall gives you a little more room to get the lateral. All the way back, all the way side. Right. Move this. We have plenty of room. Eleni, finding some spots. Okay, good. The other side. We can go ahead and start to move to the other side if you're ready. So if you're on the floor, we started out on our side, moving inward towards the midline of our body. You're really tall.
It's like
Let's-
sort of in that one. The balls can wrap around the
Yeah,
bar.
and it's interesting because the balls nestle around the bar.
Yeah, they got right in.
Yeah.
That's actually a good spot.
It's a little higher than it is on here, but
That's okay. Yes, right.
kind of just shows you that there are so many areas that need attention.
That's kind of.
Thank you.
It's not like-
Questions?
Where do you get the balls?
So you can get them on Amazon, but I was perusing a Yoga Tune-Up website. It's called Tune Up Fitness, and there are a lot of good sales right now. I do not have any yet. It's called Tune Up Fitness. I think she had these sets, like 3
Southeast
for
June, Northeast
$21, which is usually
Pretty
like $7.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
So,
Southern Jew.
You can.
My family.
I mean, not normally, but you can. I mean, I have this size and I have larger sizes when I'm at home rolling. I'll use all sizes. So you absolutely can.
It's a lot easier when you roll it.
You wanna-
It's a lot more.
There's no room here.
Oh, yes.
You wanna shut the door.
There's no room that they did. for it.
It's a lot.
Are you Jewish? El Paso?
Just like you.
Or
I'm
the wall.
I'm from Oklahoma City. We went to
Um, And I will definitely.
Of course.
Well, I don't know your name.
Lenny.
My dad's from, my mother's from, she had a convert. Never accepted.
Yep, that's right.
You know the Greenbrook?
How you doing back here?
Yes, great. That's so good.
Oh.
This is family,
I
right?
know it is. It's a
Birds of a feather. flock together.
That's right.
beautiful, sweet.
All right. How are you doing on this opposite side? Do we need another minute here? You ready to move on, Carol? Yeah, I can understand that. All right, let's go ahead and just to even things out a bit, bring the balls in a horizontal position. And whether you're on the floor or on the mat, just kind of roll up and down. Right at about your sacrum. Yeah. And it's really good on the mat too. So some things work better at the wall. I love the wall, but this does feel really good on your mat. It's better on the mat. You may have a preference once you get in there, you can decide. You can have your head up or down. Meaning you can rest your head and upper body, or you can be propped up on your elbows. Lots of ways in which to play. And then when you're ready, go ahead, roll over to your side or roll straight up, come up to a seated position. And let's retest where we started. So we did the double pigeon. And I did like a quarter of what you guys did. And I'm about 3 inches closer at least. Take your time. Notice what you feel. Yeah, you don't have to do that. You can be here. Changes? Feel a little better, a little more mobile. You may be able to feel it. You may be able to see it. All right, so go ahead, come into a standing position. You're going to face the side. And you're going to take your arms right up. Now look into the mirror and see where your arms are. Don't turn your head too much, but see where your arms are in relation to your ears, maybe to your eyes, maybe to your hairline, wherever it is that you can measure. This is your check. We will recheck this when we are done. Also notice how it feels to raise your arms. How it feels at the tops of your shoulders, how it feels at your lats. But just notice where they are in relation to your ears, head, hairline, whatever it is. All right, come on down. We are going to take, let's do this together first. We're going to start out at about your heart rate monitor bra strap level. It'll be right here in the back. Have a block handy. You'll roll all the way down, and you'll prop yourself up to tuck those balls into that area, that thoracic spine. So hips come up, balls come just beneath you. If you want to watch a couple of passes, go ahead, come back up and I'll show you what we're going to do. So I'm holding onto my mat. This will help keep me stable. I'm going to bridge my hips up. Actually, you will let go of your mat. Your arms will move back with you as you bridge your hips up. Nice big inhale. And as you come back down, you can exhale. You can take as many breaths as you need to come back down. And then this is where the mat is helpful. I'm gonna hold on to my mat and I'm gonna inch myself, like half inch at the most. So that the balls come up closer in the direction of my head. And I'll do the same thing. I'm going to bridge up, take my arms overhead, nice big breaths. Take as many breaths as you'd like. Roll back down. If you have an area that you want to roll through twice, do that, or continue to inch. Oh, it's getting sticky for me. So take your time. If you hit a sticky spot, You may just want to take a couple of breaths as you deepen and get a little weightier into the balls, and then add the hip lift, the arm lift. And you will just slowly make your way upward. And I highly recommend taking a couple of breaths in between before you add the hip lift and the arm raise. Particularly if you're feeling a little sticky and glued down there. We're going to go all the way up to the base of our neck. You're going to make your way up your thoracic spine, all the way up. Most of us are going to really feel it right between our shoulder blades.
Are you moving the ball or just your?
So when you use your hands to slide downward, the balls move upward. So we started out here, and the balls are gradually moving up, till we get to about the base of our neck. And move slowly, because sometimes when we have trouble working our way up, it's just like we have a lot of tightness. So it's kind of like a little chunk yourself down, like a pinch up. Hold on to your mat. Move yourself, move your hips, like this, move your hips downward, and the balls move up towards your head. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. If anyone else is having trouble moving the balls upward, let me know. It's a motion of sending your hips in the direction of the mirror, and the balls gradually move up. Yeah, using your mat. That's helpful. Yes, and some of you are going to want to block your head, put a blanket under your head. Don't prop yourself up too high, because I don't want you to create any compression in your cervical spine and your neck. Find some spots.
Well, so keep doing that, and then up and that.
Yes, you start to migrate off the mat, just readjust. And again, do not hesitate to spend a little extra time in those less mobile areas. As you come back all the way down, your hips are down, your arms are by your sides. Nice full breaths. Again, let yourself drape, melt, relax over the balls before you start your next round. In other words, take your time with it. Is everyone making some progress? Getting closer to the base of your neck? And you can certainly rest when you need to. There's a lot going on. So if you need to take a break from the balls, you can relax in Supta Tadasana or Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly. All right, we're going to move on. So if you want to stay there, you can. If you want to sit up so I can, so you can see, go ahead and sit up. Let's see, Kelly or Lee, can I use one of you all? Sure, either of you with your tank tops. So,
Can we stand?
yeah, you're good right here. So next position, I want you to think about your scapula. Your shoulder blade is a little triangular bone. You have the center of your spine right here. Remember, rule of thumb is we avoid the very center of our spine. That's why when we have balls, they're right and left of the spine. But you have this large area. This is your scapula. And you're going to go ahead and just roll from right inside of that bony process as far out as you are comfortable going. All right? Yes.
One ball.
One ball. Question. Was that your question? Yes, one ball. You can also bring this to the wall. Works pretty well here too. There is a lot happening here, especially if you get more lateral, you're really getting into rotator cuff muscles. So take your time. Yeah, a little bit lower. A little bit lower. You can roll down. We're gonna look a little bit higher. All right, ballet bar maybe in the way there. You're just gonna make it work. Anju, you okay? It's actually going across your scapula. So if you think of this scapula as maybe at this triangular position, all against that kind of weight of the scapula. Questions? Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so if you notice like the little speed bumpiness when you're rolling, just kind of take some breaths and see if you can get things to soften up. Yep. So like all bony processes, and there are a lot of muscles that originate and insert on the shoulder blade. So there's just a lot of musculature in this area, a lot of cross fibering that's available for us here. You can move upward. Well, okay, let me clarify. We're still moving right to left, but your balls can move from the higher position in which we started to a much lower position. You may even feel like when you're getting into this lowered position here, that you're getting beneath your scapula, which is nice. You want to get that, this is the subscapular area here that can be the root of a lot of shoulder pain. You got the spot. Bless you. Yeah, I have lots of little lumpy bumpies here. Yeah. That's the main thing. And even if it feels like, kind of like. Right. Whenever you're ready, switch sides.
No, I'm actually, I really want, I've done a couple of restorative yoga classes with it. So I'm gonna just try to do this last Friday of the month. The only time we change it is if we have that reps thing, so it's really good for Mondays.
So think about working that full length of your scapula. Shaped, it's triangular. I wish I had a skeleton in here. Unless it's uncomfortable. Yeah. You can also do this on a walk. Maybe here.
Yeah, my hands are
Yeah, I was
destroyed from cutting glass.
working on the art.
Commissions.
Oh, nice.
And I paraffin wax my hands every night.
Ooh. Otherwise you'd be cracking, huh?
It's just
For the
helps
heat. The heat
the
helps.
muscles and the
Yeah.
dry skin from washing so much.
All right, how's everyone doing? You ready to move on? Okay. So we're going to finish out our shoulders by getting into our upper trapezius and supraspinatus, which means at the top of the scapula. So we're going to continue with one ball, and you're going to be thinking about getting into this space, and you're going to find a little gutter of space. So I'll show you. I'm going to roll down completely. I'm going to prop the ball right up. It's going to be near my neck. And once I get it into place, you have the option of simply moving your arm in all directions. Oh my God, I feel so much just from that. However, some of you may want to get into more intensity. Prop your hips up, bring your block in, same thing. You can add a little movement of your upper body. You can continue to mobilize your arm. Oh, God, I have no idea how this is diet. It's good. Yeah. So again, if you need to soften your floor, roll up, bring your blanket underneath. That's the spot. Drop it in. And you can use. Everybody find a spot? Yeah. Okay, work around it. Work around it, don't get right into that hot spot. Come back to it if you're comfortable, yeah. It's very natural to hit some trigger points. That preferred sensation will let you know that. This is when I tend to stay on the floor for. You can certainly come to the wall, but there's something about the intensity that can be a lot manageable. So don't forget, we propped that ball in close to our neck, meaning it's internal. We can start to move it out more laterally to the direction of our shoulder. This side's moving your arm up, down, around, angel arms. You can also think about, and you all are familiar with this, explore what a shoulder roll can do. Switch sides if you haven't, but feel like you've completed that first side. You don't have to do that abruptly, but we're getting into that time.
Exponentially. Yeah. Slowing down our movement too.
It used to always happen at the end of class. Do you remember that? They said it was the AC, like the AC that matched this room was for all computers in the building. I don't know if that's cool.
So then when they read it, it's the opposite. It's really
All right, so go ahead, finish up that opposite shoulder. Roll over to your side. We're gonna come up to standing, do a little recheck. So you'll face the side. You'll bring your arms up. And you will just notice that they will very likely easily float up. And they're very lightly farther back. It's pretty cool. All right, we're finishing up with next. So re-tote your balls. We don't need to do a check, recheck here for the sake of time. Tote your balls. Your block is right underneath your head, your neck. And you can place the balls wherever you like, meaning they can be up high or lower at the base of your neck. So base of your neck or up closer to your skull. Either way, doesn't matter, wherever you're comfortable. Take a couple of breaths in stillness. It's a craniosacral still point. And whenever you're ready, you can start to nod your chin, raising your chin up and down, taking your head side to side. Don't be afraid to apply some pressure. So pressing your head back into the balls. Moving over to your side. You have lots of options. Roll over to your side. The balls hug. It's large muscle and tendon. You have babysitting duty today, or you working?
And both. We're taking the dogs to Red Bud Island.
Oh, cute. I'm having puppy fever.
We have a Bichon Shih Tzu. I just call him Bichon.
Thanks, Tracy. It's like a friend. No, she's here till mid-month. Wow. I think she leaves at 15. Very long break.
You doing okay in Boston?
She is, but last week when it was really cold here, she started complaining about how much colder, yeah, how she had to go back to Boston. It was even colder. Yep. Incessant complaining.
shows again on the neck where you said go to your side.
Yes, so when you roll over to your side, the balls will hug this SCM, this really large and busy muscle. I really like getting in there. And it's a simple, just a rotation, and same thing, you can nod your chin, you can very gently turn your head down towards the mat, turn your head, take your gaze up towards the ceiling, just explore.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Thanks, Lee, happy New Year too. Thank you all. Thanks for staying late. I know we have gone over. We'll go ahead and start to finish up the snack area. Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Lulu. Shabbat shalom.
Shalom. Bye, Ellen.